Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload! This is a game between Solar and Dark on Proxima Station, the latter edition. This is from the WCS World Championship Katowice 2016 round of 12. And it's a game between Solar and Dark on Proxima. Let's go ahead and introduce these players. In the top right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Dark. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Solar. So Solar versus Dark. We've seen Dark on the channel recently here, a couple times recently. Had a request for more of his games, so I figured I would grab them. That doesn't mean Dark wins this. I don't watch the games before I cast them. I just look for ones that are hopefully, you know, longer than 5 minutes or so, because I feel like those are better games, unless it's a pro games compilation, short pro games compilation, or a cheese compilation or something like that. In general, I want these to be at least mid-game, late game type things here. Expansion on the way from Solar. He went hatch first compared to this pool first here out of Dark. We'll see if Solar can hold this. This is not as much of a problem as it used to be before they started with the 12 workers. Just because, look, Solar's pool is on the way a little bit earlier than it would be. Speed's on the way from Dark, though. Is Dark making any Zerglings, however? He has none. And he's making 2. This doesn't look like a total all-in. He's not totally cutting production of drones, although he's not making any right now. I don't know. He's not really expanding out of this either. Just making 4 lings possibly for defense. And this is allowing Solar... Oh, Solar's going for a 3rd hatch now. What? With no gas. Solar's planning on defending against this with no gas, you guys. I don't know about this, man. Baneling Nest on the way from Dark. Dark is 1 base in it, ladies and gents, against a triple hatched Solar. I feel bad. I feel bad about this for Solar, but we'll see if he can hold it off. Again, Solar is an incredible Zerg player. Really, I have no complaints about him at all as far as he can do things in Legacy of the Void. And is Dark going to move out? Looks like he's just playing defense, which is a mistake. It is a mistake for Dark to do this. Why? I guess he doesn't want Solar to know the lings are coming until it's too late. Overlords are positioned by Solar. This is why you do this. You position Overlords in ZVZ on the outside of the ramp. Dark sends 4 lings out, which is gonna make Solar feel totally fine about life. But then a whole bunch more are going to come, which should send warning bells off in Solar's head. Solar immediately making a spine crawler here at his 3rd base. He is making 4 lings of his own. He's getting queens as fast as he can. This is looking extremely strong from Dark, though. He's moving out. He's got banelings coming in. It's a 1 base, straight up speedling baneling attack. Solar evacuates his 3rd entirely. He got spine crawlers coming up. He's defending with drones right now. 2 queens, a bunch of drones, and a few lings. Trying to make sure that spine crawler actually finishes. I don't know if it's going to. I really don't know. The banelings coming in, trying to get hits off, and oh, big time hits, killing a couple drones, a bunch of lings at the same time. Banelings finishing off those drones. Queens are holding the ramp to the main base, which is huge, but the 3rd base of Solar, I think, is just toast right now. Oh, the queen tried to get out, but nope. Immediate surround by Dark. Transfuse keeps her alive for about 2 more seconds. The lings finish it off. And you know what? More lings coming out. More lings coming out here for Solar. Banelings exploding on top of those enemy lings, though. Solar in so much trouble here. But you know what? The queen's doing better than I thought. 4 kills on that 1 queen and forcing all these lings back. Defensive lings. Again, speedlings versus slowlings, never good. Oh, Dark manages to get inside with a big cadre at 8. 8 lings getting inside the base of Solar. Drones pulled off the line to defend for their own lives. Do manage to do it. More lings on the way across the map from Dark. It's 15 to 15 workers. So again, keep in mind, Solar has lost 8 drones, but he's even right now. He has a lead on Dark. That's what happens if it's 1 base versus 3 base and you have a drone advantage. Yes, you're going to lose some drones, but you're still on even footing at some point. I don't even see speed coming in for Solar. He still doesn't have any extractors. Did he... Hold up. Did he lose his 3rd hatch or did he cancel that? Crap. I was not paying attention down here and it's gone now, so that's not great for Solar. Dark just being super annoying with these speedlings. Getting shot at by... Well, unless the queens are not interested in actually attacking anything. Trying to pick off drones, and they get 1. And then they stand and fight and get surrounded, and all of the lings are dead. Banelings trying to crash up the front here, but queens are pretty good at absorbing baneling shots and not dying. That's what I'm going to say. Lings running around for Dark here inside the main base. How did they get in here? I don't know. Maybe the queens let them in Maybe they're back here. There's just so much happening right now. Lings for Dark, sneaking around. They're just trying to kill as many drones as possible. Solar can't do anything about it. He doesn't have any gas. He doesn't. Baneling, Morphin, and canceled because it was like in full view of Solar's stuff. It's just Speedling versus Slowling. The Speedlings can run circles around the Slowlings for pretty much the rest of the game here. I really don't know how Solar gets out of this. Queens are useful. Baneling here from Dark does manage to get in. Oh, big time hit! Oh, that Baneling must have killed 8 or 9 Lings. 29 Lings have been lost for Dark. 36 have been lost for Solar. Lings, there aren't many of them here for Dark, but they're doing pretty well for themselves. More Banelings coming in. Queens coming back to defend from Solar, checking to make sure that that natural base for Solar is not up. Spinecrawler for Solar should probably plant itself in a place where it can actually protect these drones against this kind of harassment that Dark is throwing at them. And a Spire on the way from Dark. He's following this up with Muta. He's got his second base up. I mean, I just don't see how Dark loses this game at this point. This has been an incredible, amazing use of the 1 base into the 2 base Muta, which is fantastic out of Dark. Solar, the fact that he's not dead is actually super impressive as well. Does he... Okay, he finally took an extractor. He's taking a second extractor now. It's 34 to 34 harvesters. Solar is actually up a little bit, 35 to 34 now. Is he getting speed? He doesn't have enough gas for speed yet. Dark is starting to save up that gas for those Mutalisks, which are going to be just devastating for Solar. Solar making an evolution chamber here at his front door at his de facto natural base, and a Roach War in which roaches against Mutas. Oh, I mean, that Spire is just about complete. He's got fully 4 extractors, fully saturated for Dark here. There's no scouting from Solar going on at all. He does not know. He does not know what is coming here. Lings from Dark trying to sneak into the main base of Solar. No Lair on the way from Solar. He realizes he can't be stuck on Hatch Tech if he's going to win this match. He's trying to get any advantage that he can, trying to kill this Sloverlord that Dark has at the front door of Solar. And he's going to get it. He's got 3 Queens shooting it down. Their anti-air DPS is pretty fantastic, especially 3 against 1. And it does supply block Dark, but 7 Mutas are already on the way. Replacement Overlord on the way for Dark as well. 7 Mutas against what we have from Solar here. I mean, what do we have here from Solar? He has a Queen at his main base. He has 3 Queens at his natural base. His replacement 3rd base is on the way. Again, I wish I knew what happened to that. Somebody can probably tell me in the comments because they were watching a little bit more closely than I was. The Mutas reveal themselves to the scouting drones. And Mutas are out. Mutas are killing Overlords for Solar that are just minding their own business, trying to relay information back home. And are any Spore Crawlers from Solar? Yes, Spore Crawlers on the way. One in both of his mineral lines, desperately needing those Spore Crawlers, doing that extra damage versus biological, which is what Mutas are. Mutalisks are, is those biological. 4 Queens here at the main base with a Spore. That should be enough to shove these Mutas away. Waiting for the Mutas, these 4 Queens. And yeah, get out of here, Mutas. No one likes your style at all. Spore Crawler. Replacement, or second Spore, tried to get in there, but canceled. Mutas got there a little bit too early for Solar. 3rd base on the way. Dark has complete map control at this point. The Mutas can do pretty much whatever they want. And I don't know what Solar's going to do about it. Oh, these drones at the 3rd base. Run, drones, run. You're all dead. You're all dead. Solar took a gamble, took a risk. Took a risk there, did not pay off whatsoever. Trying to hit here at the main base as well. Again, Spore Crawler doing 30 damage per shot to biological. Was specifically a change made to deal with Mutas in ZVZ. It just was. Mutas were too good in ZVZ. Spore Crawler was changed to do extra damage versus air biological, which doesn't affect the other matchups. Really only ZVZ, and Mutas are not the all-powerful gods that they once were. Taking out Extractor, though, is bad news. Solo losing that Extractor at his his natural base. Getting Burrow and Infestors as well now is Dark. I don't know. Solar's doing really well. He's not dead, right? He's not dead. It's 47 to 45 Harvesters. He's got a lair. He's working on a bunch of Roaches. It's just Roach versus Muta is a difficult matchup to handle, especially considering the fact that Dark is going to have Infestors with Fungal Growth fairly soon. So we're looking at 3 base to 3 base. Solar's 3rd base is up and happily running. It's 51 to 45 Harvesters. Solar has the lead here. I mean, despite the fact that he has, in fact, lost 27 drones, he is leading his opponents. Ravagers on the way for Solar. He has Infestors of his own now. Okay. All right. Oh, wait. Were those Solar's Infestors the whole time? Does Dark have an infestation pit? I don't know that he does. Was I looking at the wrong thing? Infestation Pit for Solar. Dark does not have one. Yeah, okay, never mind. Solar was the one with the infestors. I must retract my earlier statements. But Dark shows up with a bunch of roaches and ravagers, taking down the evolution chamber at the front door of Solar. There are some roaches here and some ravagers. The infestors do have enough for a fungal. Is it going to be enough, though? Corrosive Bile's landing, killing that spine crawler. Fungal Bile tries to do some work against Dark, but doesn't really work that fantastically. Got a bunch of ravagers morphing in here for Dark at the same time. It is suddenly 150 to 113 total supply. Dark having that lead. Having that delicious lead. Mutas from Dark still flying around, trying to kill Overlords, trying to supply block Solar, which they're going to do. Boom. Supply blocked here. Fungal Bile trying to kill a bunch of stuff. Dark's army is not as big as it used to be, actually. Another Fungal catching these Ravagers, but Corrosive Bile is being thrown down on both sides. Trying to kill static defense mostly from Dark. Just trying to kill Ravagers from Solar. Positioning not really helping Solar right here, but a bit more of a concave out of Dark. Roaches versus Ravagers. Queen's defending from Solar as well. That is the one advantage that Solar has. He's lost 15 more drones. 15 more drones, but he might actually hold this attack a little bit. Queens are focusing down the Mutas as they should do. Good job, Queens, taking massive Corrosive Bile hits to the middle of that group, though. And Solar managing to hold this off. What is happening? All right, so Solar's still alive, but it's 34 to 50 Harvester. Solar has maybe lost more than he can afford to right now. 40, nope, just kidding. 43 drones have been lost by Solar right now. It makes me feel bad in my little Zergy heart. Another Fungal. The Fungals are doing well for Solar. Not going to argue with that. It's 142 to 109 total supply, though. Dark is definitely up. We're looking at 22 Roaches and 4 Ravagers with 3 Infestors for Solar, 27 Roaches, 6 Ravagers, and 2 Mutalisks for Dark. So, I don't know. Army size is actually pretty similar. It blows my mind the way these players can take so much damage and yet find themselves on fairly even footing. Like, how did Solar do this? I don't know. He got one base Speedling Banelings and stayed alive to the point that he has a pretty comparable army to his opponent. I mean, it's +1 missile attack for the blue and +1 missile attack for Dark, so that's pretty even there as well. Dark coming in from the top side, getting some nice Corrosive Biles off, killing some Infestors. The Fungals are good, but the Infestors being targeted. Dark recognizing the Infestors are causing him so much trouble. Corrosive Biles landing all over Solar's army here. We got a big Roach versus Ravager battle coming at you. Good dodges by Dark, not allowing those Corrosive Biles to do any more damage than necessary. And suddenly, Solar's down to a handful of Roaches. The Defender's advantage is helping Solar here. He's able to get reinforcements faster than Dark is able to by moving them across the map. And Dark, once again, is retreating. But 15 Roaches in production for Dark right now. 15, you guys. Corrosive Biles killing all 3 Overlords at once. What Gosu? Gosu Corrosive Biles out of Dark, not supply blocking Solar, but that's only because he's lost so much stuff at this point. We're looking at 11,000 resources lost for Solar compared to 10,300 for Dark. So Dark's lost a ton of stuff. He's just been able to absorb those losses and still maintain this lead. Another Overlord dies to Corrosive Bile. Dark's Corrosive Biles have been fantastic. Fantastic in this game. Roaches and Ravagers firing on, and Dark coming in with a nice concave. Once again, more defense here out of Solar, doing pretty well. Overseer from Solar, chasing around Dark, trying to make sure he knows where her opponent is, but I think he's just outnumbered at this point. Reinforcing Roaches coming in from the right side of the map, and that's it. A good game out of Solar. Solar is defeated, and Dark is victorious. Oh, all right. So that is going to be it for me on this ZVZ. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.